If you could remake any movie and star in it, what would it be?
Fisher said Pittsburgh.
Who would you be?
Moses.
You supposed to say that, motherfucking Moses Guthrie on their ass. Ooh-wee. So how did you start your company, the one that you sold to create the money to get the Dallas Mavericks? Give me that story.
Sure. So I'd come down from Indiana. I'd started a company after I got fired from one that was smaller, sold that.
You got fired?
I got fired. I was a sales rep, and I went to close a big deal. I was living 6 guys in a 3-bedroom apartment, sleeping on the floor.
The struggle is real.
Real.
Say it, Mark.
Yeah. Power broke, right? And so we would kite checks back and forth to be able to pay the rent. And then I had this deal where I could make a $1,500 commission, right? But part of my job was to open up this software store, sweep the floor, wipe down the windows, get the shit open.
Janitorial work.
Exactly. And so I went to my boss and I said, I'm going to pick up this check. I'm going to make $1,500. He goes, no, you got to open up the store. And I got that covered. He goes, no, you're going to open up the store. I go, I got it. And so I went to pick up the check, brought it back. He fired me. Grabbed back the check, went off, started my own little business where we would connect PCs together, and I wrote software, taught myself to write software, and built that up, sold that to CompuServe, and then invested in stocks, whatever, built up some money, and then about 95, beginning of 95, a buddy of mine came to me and go, you know, this internet thing is starting to take off. There's no way to listen to sports on the internet. You got to figure it out. You're the tech geek. You got to figure it out. So I'm like, okay, we'll figure out a way to put audio on the internet. And so that's what we did. And so we started a company called AudioNet, started hooking up the technology, started going to all these different radio stations, teams, and saying, okay, you know, you can't, anything outside of Dallas, anything outside of Pittsburgh, anything outside of wherever, you can't hear it or see it. Right now, we want to be able to listen to like radio around the world. And they're like, cool. And so they gave me the rights to their stuff. And we started with a radio station in Dallas, hooked up an 8-hour VCR, had a server set up in my bedroom, and we connected it to the internet, figured it all out. And I would just go online to different places and say, look, if you're interested in Dallas sports, download this shit and go to this website called AudioNet. Within a month, we had thousands of people downloading a day. And this was like in 1995. And it just got bigger. No one had ever heard of streaming. Then it went from on-demand to live to concerts to games to everything to video. And then we went public during the big internet boom. And it was the biggest IPO in the history of the stock market. And then Yahoo bought us for $5.7 billion and then fucked it up.
So who was the player that you always wanted to meet that you were able to meet because of the status of you being a team owner?
Dr. J.
Julius Erving?
Yeah, when I was a kid, that was my guy.
He a bad motherfucker. In real life, when you meet him, he is a bad motherfucker.
Yeah.
So he is all of what you think he is.
So my first All-Star game, I think it was D.C. that I went to, and I got tickets. I owned the team now, right? And I see Dr. J, and I did one of these. I gave my guy a camera. It wasn't even a phone camera. That was a camera. And I'm like, you go stand over there. And I literally have framed in my office a picture of him. It's Dr. J is just standing there and me giving one of these. Before, because I didn't know how he'd react, right? He didn't know who the hell I was, and it was Dr. J. I mean, I almost helped fund the remake of The Fish That Saved Pittsburgh.
Who's gonna redo that movie? I fucking love that movie.
Okay, so.
That movie, Moses Guthrie, if you don't put it,
yes.
With Magic Mona?
Listen. So I actually, and this was 12 years old, it was filmed in Pittsburgh, for real.
It was the shit, they was the Pisces, man. Come on, quit playing, Mark.
And it was that film at the Civic Arena. I snuck in, right, to be one of the extras, didn't get paid just so I could see Dr. J. So I was there. I was there when they filmed it, and so the little boy, got a hold of me and said, we're going to do this remake, but he couldn't come through with the things that he needed to come through on. So, okay, I'm there.
Actually, I talked to Dr. J about that movie when I finally was able to sit down with him. I said, man, how the fuck did you get that movie? He told me that movie was for Magic Johnson. The dude used to come to the Laker games whenever he used to play against the Lakers and sit in the crowd, and Magic didn't want to do the movie. And he got at Dr. J, and Dr. J did the movie. It's a cold story behind the story.
Always, right? So I'm down. Let's
do that one.
Let's do that.
Ooh, I didn't even know you knew about the fish that say Pittsburgh.
Oh, are you kidding me?
I got
That
this
was
shit
like-
on DVD right now. So you know,
I was there. I was there.